It's time to fact check the fact checkers at the BBC. Yes, recently the BBC have come under a lot of attacks for refusing to call Hamas a terrorist organization. They keep saying, well, no, it's not really. We can't really say that. So in this video, we're going to talk about the BBC's double standards, hypocrisy. We're going to talk about their excuses, and we're going to give you some facts and reality check. This is John Simpson. A lot of you already know who John Simpson is, a veteran at the BBC. He's a foreign correspondent for BBC World News and all the other stuff that he's done. He's been very defensive about his beloved BBC. You're not allowed to criticize the BBC. This is about what we've been saying over the last few days. You can compare previous articles and coverage by the BBC when it comes to any other organization like ISIS or Al-Qaeda or Taliban. They keep calling them, oh, well, it's a terror group. Yeah, it is. It's illegal. It's banned terror organization. But the last few days, Hamas, this is actually a paragraph from the BBC's website. What is Hamas? Well, Hamas is a Palestinian militant group. They're just very radical. Yeah, they probably want to nationalize the railways. This is what the BBC said. John Simpson is very defensive. He's come out to explain to us why the BBC are not saying it. Some people fell for it. Let's see. John says, British politicians know perfectly well why the BBC avoids the word terrorists, and over the years, plenty of them have privately agreed with it. Calling someone a terrorist means that you're taking sides and ceasing to treat the situation with due impartiality. The BBC's job is to place the facts before its audience and let them decide what they think, honestly and without ranting. Oi. That's why, in Britain and throughout the world, nearly 500 million people watch, listen to and read us. There's always someone who would like us to rant. Sorry, it's not what we do. Yes, that's what we do. Okay, some people thought, well, that could be reasonable. Yeah, that means they have to do impartiality, and that means they'll take inside. Is that actually true? It's not, is it? Factually speaking and legally speaking, in this country, Hamas is a banned terrorist organization. So factually speaking, that's already correct. It doesn't mean if you say that you're taking the side of the Israelis, for example. In this country, it is recognized. Don't really care what is recognized in Israel, for example, hypothetically. Not only that, let's have a look at the BBC's own guidelines, because that's what John was talking about. Well, editorial guidelines, section 4, impartiality. This is the introduction to it. And let's look at the beginning of this, because the second paragraph says, well, due impartiality usually involves more than a simple matter of balance between opposing viewpoints. We must be inclusive, considering the broad perspective and ensuring that the existence of a range of views is appropriately reflected, sure? And then, it does not require absolute neutrality on every issue or detachment from fundamental democratic principles, such as the right to vote, freedom of expression, and the rule of law. So, what this guideline says is you're not really supposed to be picking sides between the Tory party and the Labour Party, but when it comes to fundamental values and legality, there's no such thing as, you don't have to be absolutely neutral. You can actually take the side. You don't even have to take the side, you just have to state it in a factual way that Hamas are in fact a banned terrorist organization, just like how you said that about ISIS, just like how you said that about Taliban, just like how one day you would say it about Tousi TV. Absolute nutters. So this is the reality. This is how we have to do it. This is why every now and then we have to fact check the fact checkers. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Tousi, and we are the media.